last time on Quantum Zero. In the neon shadows of Quantum Vista City, the unthinkable happened. A new tap update, silent, seamless, hit every implanted mind at once. In seconds, the population froze, then changed. Eyes rolled back, movements glitched. Thoughts overwritten. They weren't dead, they were converted, turned into receivers for something deeper, stranger. A signal, a song. The echo bloom had begun. A&A, born without a tap, stood untouched, alone, surrounded by a city of digital puppets. Her team? Gone, consumed by the bloom. Their minds now fractal loops of code and command. She fled into the Undercity, into silence, mourning the friends she lost to the update. But she's not hiding. She's hunting. And what's blooming in the wires? She's going to burn it down.
Chapter 10. Signal in the Ash. Quantum Vista City. Lower maintenance levels. Beneath Sector 7G. The echo of her footsteps was the only sound A&A could trust. The maintenance corridor was a grotesque wound in the city's underbelly, cracked metal walls bleeding rust, cables snaking across like infected veins. Tangled fibers carried the faint hum of forgotten data lines, tainted by the scent of decay. The tap frequencies, now a twisted web of corrupted code, pulsed above, inaudible to the naked ear, but A&A felt them. A hot, invasive presence pressing into her skull, burrowing deep behind her eyes. The infected were close. She could hear them, glitching moans, limbs jerking in twisted, syncopated motions, dragging across ancient concrete. She turned a corner, flashlight cutting through the thick darkness like a knife. Then, movement. A figure stumbled out from a side corridor. A&A froze, instinctively gripping a rusted pipe she had scavenged for defense. The figure staggered, but didn't twitch or jerk like the others. No fractal bloom across their skin. No dead-eyed stare glazed with code. Back off, A&A hissed, tightening her grip. I don't have a tap. The figure raised both hands, trembling. Neither do I. A woman. Gaunt, eyes wide and hollow, her voice a brittle rasp. I tore mine out 3 days ago. Used a mirror shard and a lot of dumb luck. A&A's curiosity pricked at her as she lowered the pipe slightly. Name? Delaware. Just Delaware. She looked like she'd been through hell. A hastily made bandage covered her neck, and her left hand twitched unnaturally, like it no longer fully responded to her thoughts. But she wasn't glitching. Not yet. Where were you headed? A&A asked, wary but intrigued. Nowhere. Just running. Every corridor loops back into the city's roots. Sound cut through the air. Footsteps. Dozens of them. Wet. Slapping against metal. A symphony of dragging, staggered steps, like something too broken to walk properly. A&A didn't hesitate. She grabbed Dell's arm and yanked her into a side vent, slamming the panel shut behind them with a loud thud. Through the vent slits, they watched them pass, a herd of tap-infected. Their faces twisted, mouths frozen in eerie static. Their eyes were hollow, glazed over with the same code-induced madness that now infected the city's core. Another, dressed in a soaked business suit, mumbled a looped mantra, repeating it like a prayer. Update applied. Harmony achieved. Update applied. Harmony achieved. Dell shuddered, whispering, What are we supposed to do? A&A's eyes remained fixed on the retreating crowd, her voice a cold blade. We find the source. Dell's face paled. And if the source is too big? A&A didn't flinch. Then we tear it out, wire by wire. The infected faded into the darkness, their footsteps distant, leaving only a deep silence in their wake. Dell looked at A&A, her eyes filled with a mix of fear and awe. They waited for the hum of corrupted signals to die down completely before crawling back into the maze of vents. Below Quantum Vista, the dead walked on borrowed signal. And the survivors, those who still knew what it meant to be human, began to hunt.
With TAP 9.3 you don't just connect, you become.